Have you ever had that nagging feeling that something's not quite right in your relationship? Everything might seem fine at first, she's still there, still saying all the right things, but lately, she's been distant, harder to reach, or just not as affectionate. It's like you can't put your finger on it, but something feels off. Could there be another man in the picture? Is she cheating? No one wants to face the uncomfortable reality of infidelity, but the truth is, it happens more often than we realize. It's crucial to notice the signs early, even if they're subtle. The smallest changes in her behavior could be the clues you need to figure out what's really going on. In this video, we'll uncover 7 signs that may indicate she's seeing someone else. These aren't just the obvious red flags, but rather the hidden shifts that could reveal the truth. Now let's dive in. 7 signs a woman has another man in her life. Is she cheating? Female psychology. 1. She becomes suddenly unavailable or too busy for you. One of the first and most noticeable changes you might observe is a sudden shift in her availability. A woman who was once eager to spend time with you and seemed to have plenty of time for dates, calls, and quality moments may suddenly become unavailable. At first, it might just be small things, she's too busy with work or social obligations, but these excuses begin to pile up. She might cancel plans with little notice, delay responses to your messages, or even become elusive in her communication. When this unavailability becomes a consistent pattern, it's often a sign that something or someone else has her attention. If you've always been her priority, but now you're being sidelined, it could indicate that someone else is taking up the time she used to dedicate to you. It's important to notice if the change is sudden and drastic, or if it's a gradual shift that continues over time. Genuine busy periods happen, but when it feels like you've become an afterthought, it's worth questioning whether there's someone else she's giving her energy to. 2. Her phone becomes off-limits. Another strong red flag is when she suddenly becomes secretive about her phone. In the past, she may have left her phone out on the table or allowed you to check something without hesitation. But now, it's as if her phone is a hidden treasure. She might be protective of it, keeping it close to her or even taking it with her into the bathroom. Any attempt to access it or casually glance at her screen may be met with immediate defensiveness or irritation. Cheaters often hide their communication, and a phone becomes their shield. If she's acting like there's something to hide, there's a good chance that there is. You might notice her scrolling through texts or chatting with someone in a way that seems unusually discreet. If she suddenly starts deleting messages, refusing to share the phone's passcode, or making excuses for keeping it so close, it's a strong indicator that something suspicious could be going on. 3. Changes in intimacy or affection. Intimacy is often the first area to be affected when someone is seeing another person. If your relationship has been solid, but suddenly you notice a lack of affection, physical touch, or emotional connection, it can be a cause for concern. This could range from her avoiding physical closeness to being distant emotionally. When a woman is emotionally invested in someone else, her ability to connect with you may begin to dwindle. She might stop initiating physical touch, be less affectionate during intimate moments, or show disinterest when you try to engage. Intimacy, both physical and emotional, is a reflection of the bond you share, so when that changes without a clear reason, such as stress or personal issues, it could be because she's emotionally or physically involved with someone else. It's important to pay attention to these shifts, especially if they're accompanied by other signs of distance. 4. She becomes overly defensive or irritable. When you try to ask her simple questions about her day or where she's been, and she reacts defensively, that's a huge warning sign. If, in the past, she was comfortable sharing details about her day or her whereabouts, but now every question seems to make her anxious, annoyed, or combative. It's a red flag. You may ask something as simple as, "Who did you hang out with?" or "What did you do today?" and she immediately becomes irritated, snaps at you, or deflects the question. Cheating can cause guilt, and often, a woman who's hiding something may become defensive even if there's no accusation being made. She might overreact to basic questions or accuse you of being controlling, projecting guilt onto you when you're simply seeking clarity. If this behavior is out of character for her, it's important to pay attention to how she's reacting. If her answers are vague or you're met with frustration instead of transparency, it could be a sign that she's hiding something. Oh, and by the way, before we move on to number 5, if you're finding value with this video so far, hit the like button right now, and if you don't want to miss out on my next mind-blowing video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload it. And then, go to the comment section below and type, "I subscribe." And I'll personally welcome you to the family. And guess what? I've got a very special treat for you, a free ebook called The Attraction Handbook. This book is all about how to make any woman obsess over you, even if you're average looking, or she has told you, you are not her type. And, it doesn't even matter you just want to sleep with a girl or if you want her to commit to you. Once you turn on the switch, she'll be uncontrollably addicted to you. Just click the link below to grab it. Alright, let's get back to it. 5. Sudden changes in appearance or behavior. A noticeable change in her appearance or behavior is another common sign that something might be off. When someone begins an affair, they often want to look their best for the other person. You might notice her dressing up more than usual, putting extra effort into her appearance, or experimenting with new styles and makeup. This could be especially noticeable when she's going out without you. If she's suddenly making a point to look better when she's leaving the house, especially when it's just for casual outings or without your company, it could indicate that she's trying to impress someone else. The same goes for behavioral changes. Maybe she's become more secretive, withdrawn, or irritable, traits she didn't show before. While changes in appearance don't necessarily mean infidelity, when paired with other red flags, they can suggest that she's trying to attract someone else or hiding something. 6. Trust your gut. Sometimes, the most obvious sign that something isn't right is the gut feeling that you can't shake. You may not have concrete evidence, but your intuition is often right. If you're sensing that something is off, even though you can't pinpoint exactly what it is, you need to trust your instincts. Your gut can pick up on subtle shifts in her behavior, body language, and tone that you might not consciously notice. If you feel like she's not being truthful or there's a distance growing between you two, don't dismiss it. Those feelings are there for a reason. Pay attention to the disconnect you're feeling and take it seriously. If your gut says something is wrong, it's time to have an open and honest conversation with her about what's been going on. Don't let your suspicions fester. Clarity comes through direct communication. 7. She's always tired or stressed. Another subtle but telling sign is when she frequently claims to be tired or stressed, especially when you try to engage her in meaningful activities. This behavior often becomes more noticeable if it's paired with a lack of affection or intimacy. She might say things like, "I'm just so tired," or "I've been so stressed out," every time you suggest doing something together, or when she's expected to invest emotional energy into the relationship. This exhaustion could be from managing multiple relationships, trying to keep up with lies, or dealing with the emotional strain of cheating. It can also serve as a convenient excuse to avoid connecting with you. If she's constantly too tired or stressed to engage in the things you used to enjoy together, it's worth investigating if there's more going on behind the scenes. Thank you for watching. Don't miss out on your free copy of my book. It's waiting for you in the description or pinned comment below. You'll be amazed by what you find inside. Before you go, I urge you to check out the playlist currently displayed on your screen. These insightful videos hold the key to unlocking your dating potential, propelling you towards mastery in no time. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Share your thoughts and experiences with us in the comments below. Until next time.